you know what's the one common thing amongst all college students? It is something that stays with you for life. It is something that opens up newer venues for you every time you want to explore. And it is something that is super, super important throughout your life. No, I'm not talking about college friendships. I'm actually talking about something called a resume. A resume is basically a one-pager document which kind of gives the recruiter a glimpse of who you are, what all have you done, what are your skills, and if you are the right person for them to join their company for an internship or a job. But the biggest confusion that every student has is resume में डालना क्या है और लिखना कैसे है. So I decided that let me explain to you the different sections involved in a resume and how you can not just create the perfect one but also make sure that you write the correct things that every recruiter is looking for. So let's quickly get into it. Don't forget to share this video with your friends so that they can also use it to build a strong CV. So in every resume, there are a couple of sections that are always going to be the same, especially if you're a fresher. So you start off with your academics, courses and certifications, skills. Then you go on to projects, leadership activities and extracurricular activities, achievements and awards, internships, hobbies and interests, and activities and volunteering. Now remember, adding activities and volunteering and hobbies is absolutely optional. You can skip this, but the other sections are important to showcase what all you've done in your college life. So let's start off with academics. ये पार्ट तो सिंपल है. जितना तुम कॉलेज में पढ़ाई करते हो उसके जो तुम्हें मार्क्स मिलते हैं that has to be added in this section. Now it is your duty and your dedication towards your academics in college that you try well enough to be in the top 10 to 15% of the class. This will help you showcase how you have actually put in a lot of effort in college and how you are ready to put in that kind of effort in the future also. जो भी तुम्हारे इंटरेस्ट के सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, you choose those so that you can add them in your resume. For example, if you're an engineering student, why don't you pick something like data structures? If you are someone in arts and science and are interested in say commerce or psychology, choose those subjects which can help you have an extra edge later on. When you're in your MBA, you obviously choose specialized subjects like finance, marketing, operations, strategy and so on and so forth. If you happen to be in the top 10, 15, 20% of the class, imagine being able to write this as a CV pointer that you were in the top 5% of the class with a 96.5 percentile and was also a gold medalist in college for a particular subject. This just gives more validation and recognition to you as a student in college. Next up, let's talk about courses and certifications. Now this section is again an important section because जो तुम कॉलेज में पढ़ते हो वो तो ज़रूरी होता ही है, बट एक और चीज़ करना ज़रूरी है टू स्टे ऑन टॉप ऑफ ट्रेंड्स इनसाइड आउटसाइड इन द इंडस्ट्री. What happens is whatever is trending. For example, currently AI is the talk of the town. So if you're an engineering student, you should probably pick up AI ML or machine learning or anything that gives you a chance to pick up a course and certification that adds value to your resume. So that tomorrow when a recruiter is reading your resume, they suddenly say कि ये इंसान ने कॉलेज में तो पढ़ाई अच्छी करी ही है, but इसने ये courses भी करे हैं, so that which makes this person extremely valuable to us, as we will not have to अलग से upskill this person because he already knows the basics. So when you're in your first year, try to pick up fundamental courses. This can be around for an engineering student, this can be around DSA, basics of coding, Java, C, C++ and much more. This just helps you build a strong foundation for yourself in your first year. If you're an arts and science student, pick courses that you can actually explore a little more. For example, basics of Excel, accounting, and then product management, marketing, consulting. All this will give you an understanding of the different domains you can tap into in the coming 2 to 3 years of your college life. In your second year of college, this is the time to actually go deep in a particular subject and make sure that you master it well. फर्स्ट ईयर में तुमने एक्सप्लोर करा, बहुत चीज़ें सीखी. अब सेकेंड ईयर में इसी चीज़ को चूज करके डीप करने की ज़रूरत है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू गो अहेड विद फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ DSA, और you choose things like a product management boot camp, growth marketing boot camp, or any other subject that you're interested in. और ये सब ढूंढने के लिए तुम्हें कहीं जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, because Unstop has different types of certification courses along with the basics like aptitude, logical reasoning, quantitative ability, and much more to help you sharpen your skills. All you need to do is hop on to unstop.com, go to the courses section on Unstop and check out Unstop Pro. This has a bunch of certificate courses that can help you not just sharpen your skills but also become a better, sharper and smarter version of yourself. In your third year, this is the time to actually go advanced and focus on your career. This is when you pick up courses which can help you prepare for placement processes and for specific company modules. Now, for example, you're an engineer and you want to apply for, say, American Express or Google or Amazon or Flipkart. There are so many top companies that engineers look for when they sit in their placement processes. You can find specific modules for preparing for each of these companies on Unstop. All you have to do is go on Unstop Practice, search for these modules and pick these up one by one. In fact, you can also take part in weekly coding challenges and take things like AI-based mock tests which help you answer questions for a particular job role that prepare you to be better prepared when you're actually in the interview in the real setting. So, your courses and certifications part is absolutely sorted if you do all these things. Next up is the one section that speaks the loudest on your CV. अगर ये सेक्शन तुम एकदम सॉर्ट कर लोगे ना, तो you will have an extra edge when the recruiter is actually checking your resume. I'm talking about the skills section on your CV. It is very important for you from your first year onwards to build skills that are not just long term but also keeping in mind what domain you want to choose in the future. So in your first year, you need to focus on exploring and participating. How do you do that? Number one is by taking up corporate competitions that you can take part in. Now, remember, it is not always important for you to choose a very big competition to showcase or grow your skills. Go ahead and take part in college competitions that can help you understand the different types of formats of competitions out there. It can be case study challenges, hackathons, or quizzes, or anything that you are really interested in. What happens is that when you take part, you don't just learn, you also get certificates for every round that you complete. For example, you took part in the Tata Imagination Challenge. Imagine that you went up till round 3 of the challenge. Now, you get to write in your CV that you achieved or won a certificate of merit from the Tata group for the Tata Imagination Challenge and competed with 3 lakh plus participants. It shows a lot of dedication towards what you did. It shows how you're willing to take up new challenges, and it also shows how you're someone who's eager to keep learning. So, adding a CV pointer like this will give you an extra edge and will also tell the recruiter more about your interest. Second up is choosing to practice on Unstop. See, there are different modules created for different interests that students have. You can pick up aptitude level practice modules, or you can go ahead with modules like weekly coding challenges, code conquest, and much more. This gives you a rank on the Unstop leaderboard so that you can keep improving that and eventually be in the top 100. Lastly, but most importantly, in the first year, you can also speak to mentors on Unstop. Mentors on Unstop are basically your college seniors. उनसे one-on-one बात करोगे, समझोगे कि कॉलेज में exactly करना क्या चाहिए and how you can make the most out of the 3 to 4 years that you have in college. In the second year is when you deepen and apply. The process is simple. You again go ahead with corporate competitions, but this time you move a level up. You look for competitions that are slightly more bigger, that have more participants, that means more competition. This will give you a chance to explore new types of competitions Also be a part of the ones that are run by different brands out there, so that you can get a practice of actually what recruiters are looking for. Second, in the practice section, you need to pick up modules like prep for placement module, or the daily 30-day DSA bootcamp module, or things like the quiz module. What will this do? This will help you practice better. You will pick up different domains and niche that can actually cater to the domain that you are targeting. And last up, again, mentorship is something you can carry on in your second year also, because then you start getting an idea of different things that you want to do in college, and your mentors can help you on that journey. But the most important thing in your second year, or even in your third year, if you are doing a 4-year degree, is internships. Internships give you real life experience of what a company does and how do they operate. You can do a remote internship or a work from office internship. Easily go onto the Unstop platform, go onto the internship section and search for internships of your interest in the domain that you want to do it in. In year 3 and year 4, you go beyond and you master and excel those skills that you have. Participate in national level hackathons and competitions and case study challenges that give you a lot more recognition and validation and help you add strong CV pointers. Imagine being able to write in your CV that you were the winner of Amazon Ace or Flipkart Grid or any other competition that you are interested in that happens on Unstop. Second up, in the practice section, you have to pick placement modules. Also, don't forget to do AI-based mock interviews that help every student understand different types of questions that a recruiter could ask you, so that you're much better prepared when you're actually going for the final interview. Mentorship, well, this is the time you make the maximum use of it. Talk to seniors to understand the different brands that you can apply and what are the different things that recruiters are looking for in today's date, and how you can do the best in the interview or the GD round or any other round that the company may have. You do all this and your skill section is absolutely sorted. Trust me, this will not just help you build a stronger resume, but it will also help you build a very holistic self for yourself and be better prepared when the chance comes to showcase your ideas and thoughts to future employers. Next up is your project section. Now, in MBA, there are a lot of chances to do live projects. If you can do those with different companies, writing that in your CV will show how you've actually done and worked on real life problem statements for different brands. If not, pick up different competitions or projects in your college itself. If you have to do, say, an assignment with your team for, say, a marketing case study, write about that in your CV and how you made a difference with the research that you did. These projects can be anything and everything. It can be team projects, hackathons that you've participated in and have also cleared, different ideas that you gave during different assignments that were given to you by professors, live projects and lot more. Next up is a very important section called internships. Now, in your first year of college, it's important to pick up smaller internships if you want to. Things like volunteering for NGOs or going out of the way to be a part of some group or cohort in college will help you showcase how you've always been someone who wants to create an impact or difference. What you can do is you can opt for easy to do internships which are easily accessible to you. These can also be social media roles, because as a young student today, everyone knows social media and gets the or has a habit of using it, which is why you can use this to your maximum benefit. The best way to do this is by picking up internships, going up on Unstop and searching for them. After you do that, quickly apply to it. Imagine being able to write something like volunteered as a social media intern at XYZ organization and helped to reach at least 6,000 more users through our social media campaigns. This is something that will show the recruiter how you are someone who's experimented with different roles and will do full justice to the role that you are applying for at the moment. In your second year, this is when you choose startup or SMEs or internships that are more functional or have a very specific domain. For example, you must be interested in, say, marketing. but you want to join a company that does invest a lot in marketing. So you will choose roles according to that through different websites. But you can easily hop onto Unstop, go up onto the internship section, filter the kind of role that you're looking for, and be presented with a number of options. So imagine if you come and you intern at Unstop as a business development intern, you can easily write something like interned with Unstop for say 3 to 4 months as a business development intern and onboarded more than 10 new clients or leads for XYZ product. This gives you again a very quantitative understanding on your resume that okay, this person has done this much impact or has created this much impact in these many months. In your third year, this is when you target slightly bigger companies. What happens is it gives you a larger experience, and you can also choose to do more work from office internships because it gives you a more, I would say, holistic sense of the company, how they operate on a day-to-day basis, and how you gel with others. It will also help you grow as an individual. And very importantly, for MBA students, these internships can actually land you PPOs. And the best way to get internships, you know it, through case study competitions, hackathons, and much more. All you need to do is keep a track of what's coming on Unstop and keep applying to the ones, especially to the ones that give offers for PPIs and PPOs. This will give you an edge in your overall MBA life and will also give you a sort of, certainty that this is the place you're going to join after interning with them and after seeing what all you've explored in that particular time frame. Next up is a super important but also very fun section in your CV. We call it the extracurricular activities section. Here is the place where you get to add all the fun that you've done in college, but in a slightly structured manner. For example, if you have joined a society, which you should by the way, society join करने से बहुत benefits मिलते हैं. You get to interact with more people other than your course. You learn something new every single day. It could be hosting an event on college, or it could be as simple as getting registrations for something small that you are doing within your circle. It's a great learning and also gives you some beautiful friendships to remember. So, it is very important that you add all this in your CV. For example, when you're in your first year, you can add that you were a member of the debating club, the finance society, the entrepreneurship cell, and you helped organize 2 major fests during the event and fest season. When you move up the ladder, especially in a society, you get to write things like vice president of the entrepreneurship committee at my college, at XYZ college, and grew to a team of say 20 plus members and handled 3 fests, etc. Or if you were say a sponsorship head, a finance head, you get to write how much sponsorship you got into that particular event in college, or the amount of finance that you could procure from different sponsorships that you handled. Now, achievements and awards is the next big section. This is where you add all the prizes that you have won. These could be right from college level. For example, won a inter-college debating competition at the Delhi University Fest, or these could be national level competitions like won the Tata Imagination Challenge 2025, won the say Flipkart Grid 5.0, so on and so forth. What this does is it tells the person reading the CV that you've done so many different things, won so many different awards and achievements. And remember, these awards and achievements can be something small also. Something like winning, say, the essay writing competition in your college. This just shows how you've been active in that segment and you go beyond your everyday work or academics. And lastly, if you are someone who wants to add your hobbies and interests, feel free to do that. You can add things like, playing badminton, playing basketball, football, or any other game that you're interested in, writing poetry, reading books. But just remember to be very honest when you're making your CV, क्योंकि कल को अगर recruiter ने तुमसे पूछा कि what books have you read last, you should have an answer to it. So, these were the important sections in every resume that you build as a fresher. Please note that we have created a specific kind of CD playbook just for you. You can find it in the link given below in the description, and all you need to do is everything that I told you is mentioned there in extreme detail so that you can just copy that, paste it, but also do those modules that we have mentioned on Unstop to build a holistic profile for yourself. So don't forget to share this with your friend. Like, share and subscribe to the channel because we'll keep putting many such interesting things just for you. All the best and don't forget to be unstoppable.